Hey my YouTube friends and family, Wagwan. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, I'll be talking about some things to think about before actually building a house in Jamaica. It is 2026 and I know a lot of us are thinking of building back home in Jamaica. A lot of us are thinking building in general. A lot of us are thinking of building a home in Jamaica. So this video is just to get you thinking, just to get you in that frame of mind, just some things to consider before actually building. So let's just get into the video. The first thing I want to talk about is land ownership. Very important, and this is the most essential step in the whole building process. So of course you cannot build without land. So that's first and foremost, owning the land, and this in the sense of a registered land title. Please do not build on any land without having ownership. So some of us will be building on family land. You want to ensure that before you build, please ensure that you have proper ownership of that land, so that your investment will be protected. So do not just go ahead and build on any family land without having the necessary paperwork so that you are protected. I know that family land has caused a lot of issues over the years in Jamaica, and please just do not be one of them. So ensure that you have your title before going ahead and building. So the next thing I want to talk about is choosing the right land for you. So not because the land is cheap. You don't want to just go ahead and just buy this land because it's cheap. So please do your due diligence. Ensure that the land is not prone to flooding. The land wasn't dumped up. The land is not steeply sloped. It doesn't have a steep slope where when you do decide to build on this property, it's going to cost you twice as much as it would cost to build on a land that's flat. So please ensure that you are choosing the right land for you. Please ensure that it's not going to cost you more in the end to build on this piece of land versus on another land that might be a little bit more expensive. So what you'll be saving on this piece of cheap land, it might end up costing you much more. Imagine buying a piece of land that's cheap, buying a land that's well, let me not say cheap, but because nothing is cheap these days, but buying a land that's less expensive than another piece of land, and it's a good deal, an unbelievable good deal. And when you build your house now, every minute as the rain fall, your house flood out. So that's just something to think about. Please ensure that you're building on a land that is suitable for you. So also a next thing to think about is utilities. You have to ensure that whatever you're building, or wherever you're building, you'll be able to get water there. You'll be able to get electricity there. So please ensure that you're thinking about these things. Look on the condition of the road to actually get to you. Will you have to be passing a river to get over to your land? Think about those little things. What if that river should actually burst the road? How will you get home? Or how will you get from your house to the outside water community? So these are some things to think about. Not because the land is cheap, that doesn't mean you should just go ahead and purchase this land. So just think about these things. Think about utilities. Think about the road to get to the land. Think about resale value. Think about how much it's going to cost you to build on that land. So please think about these things. My next thing to do before you actually buy a piece of land, actually go into the community, talk to the people in the community. You can even go to a rum bar, or you can even go to a corner shop, talk to the people and ask them about the land before you actually go ahead and make your investment, put your money in this piece of land. So do your due diligence, make sure that the land you're buying actually makes sense for your house. Because sometimes too, what's in your head, you might want this big 4-bedroom or big mansion, and the land is tiny too. So these are something you probably could even carry a builder, somebody who has good knowledge of building, so that what you have in mind will be able to fit on the land, because sometimes even the boundary situation, like the land is so, it's cut up so weird, like it's hard to fit a decent sized house and the property because of the boundary, how the boundaries are set up. So think about these things before you actually go ahead and invest your money. So the next thing I want to talk about is planning. Ensure that you have a plan. Ensure that you have a plan, not a architectural plan, but make sure you have a plan in mind of what you want and when you want to achieve this by. So have a realistic goal in mind, have a timeline in mind when you want this house to actually be finished. That over time you're not just building and building and building and building, and there's no end in sight. You can't finish this thing you're building for years, and the thing is still not livable. So please ensure that you have a plan in mind, and you also have a building plan. So you want to ensure that you have a plan and you have a plan. So you want two plans. You want a building plan and you want a realistic plan of when this thing is going to start and when it's going to end. So please have a plan in mind. Please have a realistic budget in mind, because sometimes clients will have a mansion in mind, but the pocket and the vision does not match up. So please be realistic about it. Please think about it, and don't be too excited. Don't let the holiday season get you all excited, or you go down to Jamaica on a one trip or a one vacation and you get too excited and you think, oh yeah, things down there cheap, I'm gonna build this big house. So be realistic about it. Actually sit down and put pen on paper and actually have a decent plan in mind, as in what you're gonna do and how you're gonna go about doing this. Are you gonna build out of pocket? Are you gonna get a mortgage? So these are just some things to think about before you actually go ahead and build in Jamaica. So after that, the next thing I want to talk about is supervision. But not even really gonna touch on the whole acquiring a contractor, but as it relates to a contractor, please ensure that the contractor, because it means that this is a person who you enter into a contractual agreement with. So please ensure that it's not just for a name, or it's not just for sure, but please ensure that whoever you get to build, this person, you and this person actually go and enter into a contractual agreement where there's an actual contract that if there's anything wrong, this person can be held liable. So you're protecting your investments. So the next thing I want to talk about is supervision. Please ensure that you have someone on site who is supervising the work. You want to ensure that whatever is going on, any major decisions to be made, you are made aware of those, and you do have a say, because at the end of the day, this is concrete. A concrete wall is not so easy to be demolished. It's not so easy to demolish concrete. If it's drywall, then it's not so bad, but with concrete is not very forgiving. So if you make a mistake, it's harder to correct and it's more expensive to correct. So please ensure that you have somebody there supervising the work, somebody there that's looking over and has your best interest in mind. And please ensure that whatever decisions and the changes to be made, please ensure that they communicate this to you and you sign off on those changes, and you ensure that you see the work done and you see the finished product. So please ensure that there's proper supervision of the work that's been going on. So to sum it all up, make sure you have ownership for the land. Make sure when you buy land, you buy something decent, you buy something sensible. You don't just go and buy cheap land, which they're the side of a riverbank, either in a riverbank, in a gully bank. Make sure you're protecting your investment. Make sure it's something sensible you're buying, and you're not gonna have any problems down the road when you actually build your house on this piece of land. So make sure it makes sense before spending your money. Make sure the people them have ownership for the land, and they're not just scamming you. So make sure you do your due diligence, and you ask questions, and you have a lawyer and someone who's going to look out for your best interests. So realistic goal, you want to ensure that you have a realistic goal. You want to ensure that you have a starting and you have a finishing in mind. So be realistic about it before you actually do any work. I know building in Jamaica is not easy. Building in general is not easy, but it's not impossible if you do it correctly. So ensure that you do your homework, and this is not something you just jump in and it is done overnight. So make sure you do your due diligence, you do your homework, you do your research, all of that before you actually go ahead and invest in any property in Jamaica. So if there's something that you think I failed to mention in this video, please comment it down below. Each one help one. It's a community where we talk about building and just the whole building process, building Jamaica. So if you found my information useful, please consider giving me a thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up button. If you're not yet a subscriber, please hit subscribe and look out for my future videos. Thank you guys for the support in 2025, and I'm looking forward to the support in 2026. I want to say Happy New Year to each and every one of my viewers, each and every one of my subscribers. Thank you so much for the love and support. Happy New Year to each and every one of you guys, and see you in my next video.